All right, so we're going to be looking at some terminology that we're going to, or you're going to consistently hear throughout the remaining of this chapter here. We're going to look at common logarithms and natural logarithms. So, and we're going to also look at the properties of those logarithms. So, the common logarithm is definition. The common logarithm of the positive number x is the power to which 10 must be raised in order to obtain the number x. It is denoted by log base 10 of x. Thus, here is our equation in logarithmic form. Y is equal to log base 10 of x means that when we write it in exponential form, 10 to the y power equals to x. Okay, it says we omit the subscript 10 and simply write log of x for the common logarithm of the positive number x. So what this is saying here, and I know I said this in a previous video, is that whenever there isn't a base shown, when you do not see a base, it is understood to be base 10. Okay, base 10. We'll write that over with a better marker. Okay, so base 10. So log of x is the same thing as saying log base 10 of x. If I want a different base to be there, I would put a different base there. Okay, so when we're talking about common logs, we're using the word log for common logs. I say the word, but the letters log for log. Natural logs, let's talk about that. The natural logarithm of the positive number x is the power to which e, remember we talked about the natural base e, okay, must be raised in order to obtain the number x. It is occasionally denoted by log base e of x, but more frequently by ln. This is how we call this. We would say this I said ln, but lx, okay? Okay, with L for log and N for natural. So we would say this, y is equal to ln of x. How we would read this, ln of x. This is how we would read it. Means that if we write it in exponential form, e to the y equals to x. Note, only positive numbers have logarithms, common or natural. So if you try to use your calculator, and let's say that we put in the calculator log of -5. I want you to see this. What's going to happen? It says quit is not a real answer. So we want whatever that log of to be, we want it to be positive. Even if I say ln of -5, that's our natural log. ln represents natural log. Same thing, error, non-real answer. Okay, so we want that to be positive. Now comparing logarithms, what's the difference between these two? Okay, so the difference between these two here, it says common logarithms versus natural logarithms. Common log, the common log has a base of 10, whereas the natural log has a base of e. Log base 10 of x for common log is the same thing as saying log of x. And for natural log, log base e of x is the same thing as saying ln. The base of 10, when we write for common logarithms, log of x, the base of 10 is not written and understood to be the base. So I said this before. And for natural logs, ln of x, okay, the base of e is not written and understood to be the base. If the logarithm is written with the letter ln instead of log, then the base is understood to be the number e. Okay, so we're going to be looking at some properties of logarithms, common logarithms and natural logarithms, and they go hand in hand.